Hey everyone, it's Mega Champ again. And finally, I've stopped using the 2024 image. The end of the year is pretty much here. Obviously, Christmas is this week, New Year's is next week. It's going to be a very weird couple of weeks because not a lot is really going to happen. Not a lot is going to be going on, obviously, because of holiday stuff, and it's just not going to be busy at all because of the end of the year and holiday stuff. So, no reason to use the 2024 image anymore because it's finally time. Yes, I know I ramble too much and do way too much of this stuff every year, but I kind of like doing it. Well, I do like doing it, even if not a lot of people watch, but I've never really cared about that. So, finally, my end of the year stuff is pretty much finished. It's pretty much over. I've already said and revealed what my personal anime of the year and my personal game of the year is. I'm not really going to ramble too much more about that or go on too much more about that, except to once again give another big congratulations to what did win my personal anime of the year and my personal game of the year. So, once again, congratulations to Nier Automata version 1.1a Core 2 for winning my personal anime of the year for this year. And another big congratulations to Pokemon Legends Arceus for the Nintendo Switch for winning my personal game of the year. Obviously, though, if you want to use this argument, a win is a win at the end of the day, but when it comes to the anime that I watched this year and the games that I played this year, massively weak, definitely worse than last year when it comes to the games I played, I guess, if you want to make that argument, and nothing really stood out, quote unquote. But there are going to be strong years and there are going to be weak years. And unfortunately for me, I guess, these last couple of years have been weak ish when it comes to the games that I played. Not much I can do about that, especially when you're 2 years behind on games. I wish that wasn't the case, but it's sad how true that actually is. But just a little bit of a surprise when it comes to how weak anime this year was, but luckily, luckily, that should stop happening and no longer be the case for 2025 for both anime and video games. These things just unfortunately take a while to do and take a while to make, no matter how much I may like it or not. And nobody really likes it, but obviously you want it to be the best it can possibly be and not want any possible, you know, issues or problems or animation problems or bugs or glitches when it comes to games. So, you know, quality over quantity as the saying goes. So hopefully that won't be the case, and I'll be discussing that a bit more. So, this is my most anticipated list. It's not very short, in case you can't already tell, because we're missing one, and I will be discussing that here in a bit. So, this is my most anticipated for 2025 list. What I am personally looking forward to the most for an anime and a video game that is coming out in 2025. Obviously, as usual, as per normal, this is just how I personally feel and my own personal list. Discuss or say what you are looking forward to most or what you are anticipating the most for 2025, anime, games, whatever. And that's really all there is to it. It's just how I personally feel, if I can talk properly, and my personal opinion. So everyone can have their own opinion. So obviously, so I can have mine. So here's the thing when it comes to my personal, my most anticipated list for 2025. Here's the thing. If you have been watching my end of the year stuff, videos, whatever, that I have been doing YouTube versions for and not doing sort of on my own for the last couple of years. Normally I have three up here. Normally I have three. Most anticipated anime, most anticipated game, and then another most anticipated game, but a most anticipated game that I will actually play because of how massively behind I am. 2 years. I wish that was a lie. God. Um, of a game that I will actually be playing, hopefully in 2025. Admittedly, things have gotten pretty dicey and close when it comes to like my most anticipated game that I'll actually play. Although that was only the year when I said it was going to be The World Ends With You 2, Neo The World Ends With You. That got pretty dicey and pretty close, but I managed to play it and beat it before the end of the year, so it can differ year to year, obviously. And that's why this year is so different. Because I don't have a most anticipated game, like a game that is coming out in 2025 that I am looking forward to, that I probably won't play for at least a couple of years, at least two, maybe longer, depending on the situation and how long it takes me to get through games. And I'm not saying there aren't games to look forward to in 2025. There definitely are for differing people. The Ghost of Yote people and the Death Stranding 2 people. And even though I'm not personally a fan of the franchise, I might as well go ahead and say it just to be unbiased. Even the Grand Theft Auto 6 people. But for me personally, since this is my own personal list and what I am personally looking forward to, right at this moment, as of the date of this recording, Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve, December 23rd, there is nothing for me to look forward to in 2025. I'm sorry, there's just not. I'm sorry, there's just not. And I wish there was because I have always had, for honestly the past several years, really the past several years, I have practically always had a game that I am looking forward to, even if I may not play it for a really long time, 2 years, and a game that I'm looking forward to that I will actually play. There's nothing for me to look forward to. There's not. I'm being brutally honest with you. There's not one game that is big enough for me to sit here and say that I am massively looking forward to. There's just not. I'm sorry. And there are well, not probably, there are definitely multiple reasons for that. The obvious one is because Nintendo decided to not do the Switch 2 reveal this year. Again, I don't know why that is. Nintendo's going to do whatever the hell they want to do at the end of the day. I've already discussed this, so I'm not going to ramble on about that. But the sort of quote unquote report and or rumor and or leak is that they are going to finally do the reveal event sometime next month in January. Whether that happens or not is obviously to be determined and is to be taken with a massive grain of salt or a mountain of salt. And obviously nobody should believe anything until it is actually officially confirmed. And now there is another new rumor slash report slash leak that Square Enix is going to be bringing back their own event that they used to do several years ago. Square Enix Presents, supposedly or reportedly in February. Again, to be determined. I'll believe it when I see it. Mountain of Salt. When it is officially confirmed and announced, I will believe it. Not only that, but whether I like it or not, whether I am a fan of it or not, literally literally everyone is waiting to see when Take Two and Rockstar announce the official release date for Grand Theft Auto 6 because they want to avoid it like the plague when it comes to their own games. Understandably so. Personally, I won't be buying it, but it's still very understandable because nobody is going to compete with it. Nobody is going to be able to compete with it, and it's going to massively overshadow literally everything. If anything else comes out in that month at all, in terms of when it comes out. So there are definitely multiple reasons as to why a lot of things have not been announced yet. And this can and probably will change. In fact, I can practically sit here in confidence and say that it will change. Especially once Nintendo does finally do their Switch 2 reveal. Although obviously it's still going to depend on what games they reveal at said event, and if any of them will personally interest me or not. But what I can promise you, or at least what I can try to promise you, obviously I can't guarantee anything, is that if something massive is finally announced, which I will talk about during my bold prediction video, I will probably make a video about it. That's the, excuse me, sorry. That's the most I can promise you. That's all I can really say. Because there just really, literally is not anything big enough for me to say that I am anticipating right now for 2025. There are things that I am hoping will come out in 2025, one of which is probably unbelievably unrealistic at this point, considering they haven't even technically announced it yet. Well, actually, two things, but if something massive is announced, I'll probably make a video about it. And hopefully it won't be too long. 10, maybe 15 minutes, maybe even shorter than that, since depending on if it's just one thing, then there's not going to be a whole lot to say other than for me to show the trailer, which hopefully won't get copyright stricken, and say my thoughts about it. So there is no massive game that I am personally looking forward to in 2025. I'm sorry, there just isn't. I am not a Ghost fan, so Tsushima and Yote, I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Death Stranding, like I just said, and I'm definitely not a fan of Grand Theft Auto or Elden Ring or any of these other things that got announced. And if you want me to even be more brutally honest, I don't know why anyone can sit there and state that they are excited for Okami 2. I'm glad you're happy. Really, I am. I'm glad other people are happy. I'm happy when other people are happy. But I cannot understand why you can sit there and say, I'm excited for Okami 2, yay! When it's 5 years out at minimum, 10 years at maximum, more like 5 to 7, maybe even 10, depending on how long it takes them to make the game. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying it's really far out. It's really far out. Keeley literally said that they are about to begin production on the Okami sequel, which means it's 5 to 7 to 10 years out. I'm just saying, okay? But Be excited for whatever you want to be excited for at the end of the day. For me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to look forward to say something is your most anticipated when it's not coming out within the next several years, really, because 5 is several. It's more than 2. So that's several. 5 to 7 to 10 is years is several. I'm sorry if you're mad at me for what I'm saying. Be excited for whatever you want to be excited for at the end of the day. I'm not a fan of the franchise. I probably will not be a fan of the franchise, potentially ever. Things can always change, but I guess I'm just never going to understand why people are looking forward to something that's still very several years out. But be excited for whatever you want to be excited for. For me personally, Tales of Grace's F Remastered is not big enough. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is not big enough. I'm sorry. Am I buying those games? Yes. Am I going to play them eventually? Yes. They're not big enough. I'm sorry. They're just not. There's just nothing as of the recording of this video right now that's coming out in 2025 that I am personally looking forward to. I'm sorry, there's just not. And it's kind of ridiculous, honestly, because I've always had something to look forward to in terms of a game, even if I don't play it anytime soon, definitely within the next couple of years, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can really do, and I've already rambled too much, but hopefully you get the point. Hopefully you get the point. So now that I've rambled too much about that, let me actually talk about what I am actually looking forward to in terms of 2025. And this time, believe it or not, I do learn. This time I made sure that it's something that actually will get an English dub in terms of anime, because it was already officially confirmed to get a true simul dub, as in it'll come out at or around the same time that the Japanese version or the English subtitled version comes out. And what else did you expect it to be? It's Rooster Fighter. Everything I have seen from this manga, in terms of like the manga pages or whatever you want to call it, the manga slates that I've seen on Discord servers, is outright hilarious. I'm not even joking. Some of it has gotten me to legitimately laugh quite a bit. And now, and the fact that it's getting an anime version and an English dub at the same time, a simul dub, massive thumbs up. Massive thumbs up. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. This is definitely the one that I'm looking forward to the most, is Rooster Fighter. Hopefully I won't be disappointed. I guess that always is a possibility and a concern. But I don't think I will be. Everything I've seen from it I have loved and liked. So it should be fine. Assuming, of course, Toonami doesn't get shut down within the next couple of weeks or months. But other than that, yeah, this is definitely the one that I'm looking forward to most. Um, Other things that I'm looking forward to, obviously Dragon Ball Daima. I was a little skeptical and iffy on it at first, but it's Dragon Ball. There's literally nothing else that I'm gonna have to watch now that Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest is ending and Ranma 1 half 2024 ended. A lot of stuff is ending. Maybe I should have known better that it would be long series, but I'm not really going to have anything else better to watch, so might as well watch it, I guess. Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball, so obviously I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the next Dr. Stone season, obviously. Science Future, as I believe the arc name. Don't know when that starts, but I'm looking forward to that. Fire Force Season 3. fucking finally. Season 3, Part 1, Core 1, whatever. Looking forward to that. One Punch Man Season 3. Definitely looking forward to that. The final season of My Hero Academia, obviously. And they just announced an anime on the spin-off manga, Vigilante. I don't know what the technical name for it is. Illegals, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Hey, I'll take more MHA content. I'm sorry. I don't want it's one of those things where you know you're going to miss it when it's gone. So, looking forward to that. Don't know why it took them so long, but finally the Chainsaw Man movie is coming out. So looking forward to that. Of course, the movie 1 of the final Demon Slayer arc, Infinity Castle, that is confirmed for 2025. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, that's quite a bit right there. So anime is finally heating back up again. I don't know of a better way to describe it. But basically, anime is becoming a lot more active again. So, a lot more to look forward to. But out of everything, this is definitely the one I am looking forward to the most. If for some reason Toonami and Cartoon Network just disappears, I'm gonna find a way to watch it. I'm just saying. So either way, this is what I'm looking forward to the most. Great. Can't fucking wait. So really the only other thing for me to talk about is my most anticipated game that I will actually play. So I am going to talk about a game, just a game that is coming up in my backlog. Again, if I can talk properly, a game that is coming up in my backlog that I will actually play. There's some pretty good stuff and pretty decent stuff, hopefully at least, that is finally coming up in my backlog. So, and there's really only one choice. I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry. There's really only one choice when it comes to what I am looking forward to the most to playing in 2025, or finally playing in 2025 might be the better way to put it. So, my most anticipated game that I will actually play is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Did you expect it to be anything else? I mean, Final Fantasy 16 is sort of within view, but I don't think I'll be playing it in 2025, obviously. Can change. Might happen. I don't think it will, but it might. Other things is like, Crisis Core Reunion, Final Fantasy VII, the remake for Crisis Core that I never actually played and just watched playthroughs of on YouTube. That's a thing. Yes, I did watch it. I just never actually played it myself, but I might get to that. Hopefully I will. I don't know if I will, but hopefully I will. Obviously, the big one. I don't think it's big enough to overcome this. In fact, it's literally not, because Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the one that I am looking forward to playing the most. Because everything I've heard about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is great. I've been very weird when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the first game, I didn't really like the main game all that much, but I liked Future Connected a shit ton. And then I really liked the main story in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but the DLC was kind of meh for me. Like I said, it's been two opposites for me. We'll see if Xenoblade Chronicles 3 can just be good and great overall. We'll see. Definitely gonna be a 100-hour plus experience for me. Maybe even more than that. We'll see. It definitely might become the game that I have um, logged the most hours in. I'm expecting at least 100, maybe even 150 plus. If I go over 150 plus, then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 will be the game that I've logged the most hours in ever. I'm just letting you know, but we'll see. But it's definitely Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Hopefully it can live up to all the expectations. I don't want to make any assumptions cuz that's when you get burned, is when you make assumptions. So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. But the game that I'm playing before it is Digimon Survive. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know what else to say about that except, oh boy. Oh boy. I already know I'm going to have things to say depending on what happens and if I enjoy it or not. Though I'm going to have things to say in general when it comes to Digimon Survive, but that's definitely another major one. But it came out the same day as this one. It's technically shorter and it's Digimon, so yes, it gets priority. But then Xenoblade Chronicles will be after that. Oh goody. Other things of note that I hopefully will finally play in 2025. Stray, cat game. There's nothing else to say. One Shot World Machine Edition. Nico. There's nothing else to say. um Trails from Zero. Oh boy. I hope I have a better time. I really do. I'm going to play it on an easy difficulty. I'm going to let you know that right now. But yeah, I have not had a great experience with the Trails games. We'll see if that changes. Brutal honesty, my expectation is that I will not like it, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Other games, like I said, well, actually, before I talk about that one again, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? You want to know what is within view of my backlog? You really want to know? Pokemon Scarlet. Scarlet and Violet. I got Scarlet, so Pokemon Scarlet. It's within view. It's within view. Oh boy, get ready for that. Oh boy. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go off about that. But yeah, that's within view. It is within view. So those are the most notable. There are obviously other ones. AI Somnium Files. I got both of those games. So that's another one. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I don't really know what else, honestly. I mean, it's just going to depend on how long these games take and how long I decide to play them for and if I get DLC or not. This is obviously getting I'm obviously getting the DLC for because it's an incomplete game without it and I bought the other DLCs on the Xenoblade games. Again with Pokemon Scarlet, that's an incomplete game without DLC, so that's another exception. It does suggest I haven't learned from Tales of Arise, but it's a case by case, game by game situation, so it's just going to depend on a lot of things and issues and situations and stuff like that. Stuff like that. So, there are definitely some better games, better ish games, that I'll be playing in 2025 finally. It's just Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is definitely the one I'm looking forward to most, and it should definitely, hopefully, be played within the first 6 months of the year. So, yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to that. I am massively looking forward to it. So, yeah, nothing else to really say. Nothing else to really say. I wish there was something else I'm looking forward to, but there's not. There are things I might look forward to, but it depends on if they come out in 2025 and if they're even revealed or not. So it's all to be determined at the end of the day, unfortunately, but there you go. There's my most anticipated for 2025. Rooster Fighter is my most anticipated anime, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is my most anticipated game that I will actually play, and I don't have a most anticipated game in general. So there you go. There's definitely a lot more to look forward to in 2025 than this past year, maybe even these past couple of years. Rooster Fighter, Doctor Stone, Dragon Ball Daima, Chainsaw Man movie, Demon Slayer movie for anime, and then Digimon Survive, Xenoblade, Stray, One Shot, maybe Pokemon Scarlet, maybe Crisis Core Reunion. A lot more to look forward to. A lot more to look forward to. So, definitely going to be better. Definitely going to be better. Just have to look forward, hope for the best, try to ignore all the bad, which is going to be extremely hard, but I won't talk about that any further than that. And just kind of go from there. So, that's my most anticipated. Feel free to share what you are looking forward to most: anime, video games, movies, whatever, for 2025. And all we can do is hope for the best. So next time I'll be giving you my bold predictions for 2025. Let's see here. How many was I able to come up with again? Just 4. Just 4 this year. It's getting worse and worse for me every year, honestly. It's not easy. I can tell you that. It's not easy. But I do my best. Will I do better with my predictions? Well, the easy assumption is no, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. There's still a Pokemon one. That ain't gonna stop until February hits. But until then, this is Mega Champ saying next time I'll be providing you with more unlimited guidance. Bold predictions for 2025. Sometime this week. After Christmas, probably. Enjoy your Christmas if you celebrate it. Enjoy whatever holiday you celebrate. And I'll see you after Christmas. Bye.